Struggling, 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 yeah. Struggling for survival.
Hey guys, Bud from HeyBud, and I am going to do something a little bit different this video. I'm not going to show you the indoor girls, which are in flower and are looking absolutely amazing. Actually, room 2 we started flower today. But I want to talk about CBD because I was talking to a grower the other day who's grown for 30 plus years. And I asked him about CBD, if he did CBD, and he said, nope, I'm totally against it. I don't believe in hemp. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. Doesn't mean necessarily it's from hemp. So I want to let you guys know that there is a difference. Now, what's legal, quote unquote legal, that was approved by the recent Farm Bill signing by Trump in December is a huge step. It's legalized CBD and made it available everywhere. So if you're able to order CBD and get it mailed to you, that's CBD from hemp. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking now about CBD from the cannabis plant. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do with it and how it's helping people and maybe some of the differences in this video. And I thought, you know, I would do this presentation and kind of go through, and hopefully you'll have a better understanding when we're done. And if you have questions, which I assume some of you will, just write them down below and I will be happy to answer them. I am not an authority. I know a lot, enough to be dangerous. My wife is a nurse and she knows a lot. So if you have a problem with something, wonder how much you should take, all of that, let us know. And let's get started. All right, so what is CBD? If you do a search for CBD, you're going to see that CBD is also known as cannabidiol. And the CBD molecule in hemp is the same CBD molecule that's in the cannabis plant. So CBD is CBD. However, the cannabis plant, you're also getting all the other cannabinoids and terpenes. If you put a hemp plant and a cannabis plant next to each other and smelled them, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? You get all these additional benefits from the cannabis plant that you don't get from the hemp plant. Not to mention, you also get more THC in the cannabis plant. For it to be legally hemp, it can only measure 0.3 grams, I guess, milligrams, whatever. It'll only be 0.3 THC. Whereas, as you're going to see shortly, I've got test results from some of our strains, and none of them can be classified as hemp because there's too much THC. So what is it good for? It's good for so many things. I typed in what is CBD good for, and this is the definition I got back on the internet. But let me tell you, there is so much more, absolutely so much more that it helps with, especially when used in combination with the cannabis plant. We're helping people with anxiety. I think that's the biggest thing. It helps with sleep. It has a calming effect. Helps with nausea, with pain, with inflammation. Helps people with cancer. We're giving it to people that are doing cancer treatments, and it helps with the nausea. Gives them an appetite, helps them want to eat, which is so important when somebody is dealing with something like cancer. MS, we have somebody with MS that it's helping extremely well. Dementia, RA, fibromyalgia, the list is long. In fact, a better question to ask is probably, what doesn't CBD help? It's unbelievable. The list is long and we're finding new things every day. In fact, if you know anyone that's ever had an edible and had a little too much, or maybe even a little bit of RSO, which is easy to overdose. I almost killed my 82-year-old mother-in-law one time having her try RSO, and I wish I would have known this. If you give them CBD, it will help calm them and lessen the effects of a bad THC overdose, so to speak. So that's something to keep in mind. So what do we grow? What kind of strains do we have here at HeyBud? So we started growing CBD about not quite 5 years ago. Had a friend gift us a harlequin plant. Had no idea what we were going to do with it, but grew it. It looked beautiful, smelled beautiful. Problem was it didn't get anybody high, so we didn't know what to do with it. Almost got rid of it. Made some capsules, had people try them. People started ordering them, and we haven't looked back. And we're always on the hunt for a better performing strain. It's so hard to grow CBD though. It's crazy. From one grow to the next, even though it's the same plant, we've taken clones from it. As you're going to see in the reports that I've put together to show you, from one grow to the next, it can be opposite. It's absolutely insane. So if anybody knows any hints for growing CBD out there, I am happy to listen. Put your name down below, say contact you, private message me, whatever, because I am interested. I want to be more consistent, and growing a 1-to-1 from grow to grow would be my dream. So the plants are beautiful. You cannot tell the difference when they are growing side by side. If you've watched the other grow videos, you're going to see in the room, you cannot tell what's CBD and what isn't. So it's kind of crazy, but that's how it is. So as you can imagine, with all the confusion and from grow to grow, they couldn't make it easy on us, that's for sure. We need to have testing, and we get everything tested. We have to, so we can be consistent in giving our people a consistent blend that helps them. And like I said, we have some people that rely on this religiously, and we couldn't be more happy to help them. So I want to show you some of our results and show you just how crazy the testing is from grow to grow, and what goes into us making, say, capsules or tincture or an edible. And so here we go. First strain I want to show you is Super Lemon Haze CBD. We currently have it in room 2. We got this with high hopes. We were told it was 2-to-1. When you say that, or when you see that in the ratio form, CBD is always first and THC is second. So 2-to-1 would be 2 milligrams of CBD to 2 milligrams of THC. Okay, or in this case, 2.46 milligrams of CBD to 2.46 milligrams of THC, or thereabouts, close. So this one is actually a 1-to-2 ratio, and that means you're possibly going to feel the THC a little bit, although these are very small percentages here. So we weren't very happy with this test, or this round of testing, but there's ways to get the numbers higher, which we can double brew it, the oil, and there. So we can do some things, but preferably we would love to have the plant produce ideally 15 milligrams to 15 milligrams. That would be a 1-to-1. That would be perfect. So look at this Blue Dream. as you can see here, this is textbook 1-to-1 ratio. 7.5, 7.2, that's 1-to-1 in our book. The bad thing is it's pretty low in the milligrams. So ideally we would love this to be double, like 15 and 15. We've had some capsules that are 15-15, actually 14-14, which have done amazing. Patients have really loved them and done well with them. But this one we have in room 1 right now, and you will see how crazy it is and off the board and unpredictable growing CBD is when we get the results of this next round, which will be, I don't know, 5-6 weeks. We'll link back to this video, and I'm going to be able to say, I told you so. So anyone that's thinking about growing CBD, that's your only caveat right there. But anyway, check out this next one. This is Canatonic, which we currently have in room 1 as well. It looks really nice. And looks can be deceiving though. So check out this. This one is, remember, CBD is first in the ratio, so this is like 17-6 ratio. Higher in CBD, this is good for people with anxiety. Also, our patient with MS, he has a hard time walking at times. His muscles are really contracting hard, and he'll take the higher CBD and it goes away, or at least makes it more manageable. So MS, stuff like that. Breast cancer, they found that higher CBD helps with breast cancer, and that goes against what we've learned. If you know about RSO and Rick Simpson, his philosophy is high only THC to kill cancer, which I think they're finding is not always the case. So check out this next one. Okay, this is the Mango Haze, and I just popped another seed. This one got away from us, and it totally stinks because this was a good one. But this is going to show you, I have 2 tests. I don't know if this one, I think this was the first one, and then the next one we got second. But you'll be able to tell by the date. I don't know offhand. But look at this first test, came back 27-16. Unbelievable test result. We were so happy, and made a bunch of great medicine out of it. And same plant, had a clone from it, made more medicine, hoping to get the same result or similar. And check out what happened. Here's our next result. How do you like that? This one is 22-4. It was, I looked at the date. This is a month later. This is another plant that we did, cut from the same original plant. And this one came back 22-4, which if you reduce that down, it's about what, 5.5 to 1 CBD to THC, which is okay. That's good medicine, but just the consistency is not there from growing, grow to grow, which I would love for somebody to help me figure out how to be more consistent. I'll grow this all day long if you tell me every time I grow it I'm going to get 22-4 or 5-1 basically. But you saw the last one was 27-16, like 2-1. So that's the frustration we've had. It doesn't slow us down, doesn't stop us. Everyone loves the medicine. Everyone now needs the medicine. I could produce many people that would say they cannot live without it. We have many success stories, which someday we'll have those all out there. There's stories out there for people to see and hear. But we're working on it. We're getting there. But check out how well these other numbers came out. on these next tests. Last one I'm going to share with you, pristine web. Look at those results. Crazy. I have other ones that show it didn't turn out as good the last few times we grew her, but boy, did she produce this first grow, or maybe it was the second one we did. A little bit higher THC, but this just means that when we make our capsules, we can use less medicine in the same capsule and get better results. So there you go. Welcome to CBD growing and testing and trying to figure out the ratios of what your patients are going to need. And yeah, it's absolutely head scratching. But to be honest, I consider it a challenge, and we're going to figure this thing out because it's just, well, I guess we're trying to play God, right? And maybe he's saying, you know what, I'll give you what I'm going to give you. All right, let's finish this up by talking about what we do with all this CBD. So we make capsules. We have a lot of different capsules for different people. And that works really well. We always start low and slow, start somebody off with the lowest dose because we don't want to miss that sweet spot, all right? So we make capsules. We do tincture with glycerin and alcohol. Glycerin is really nice because you can put it under your tongue and not worry about it. Alcohol, you put under your tongue and it burns the bejesus out of you. But it's the quickest way to get CBD into your body. It goes in the mucous membranes of your tongue and gets into your body almost instantaneous. The only other way to get it in as quick is by smoking. We do provide flour, but for CBD, most people get capsules or the tincture. There are some vaporizers out there, some vapes that are really good. Rove has one now with a 1-to-1, a 2-to-1, and a 10-to-1 blend. And then there's also edibles, which everybody loves a good edible, right? Haven't really messed with those much, but we possibly will in the future once we get the growing down. And sounds crazy, but we've been doing the CBD for almost 5 years now, and it still just does not get anything or any more consistent. So let's end this by talking about some things that we have learned about CBD and what you should know and think about, all right? First thing, and this is probably the most important, we've been conditioned to think that more is better, but it really isn't. We've found with CBD that it's kind of like a vitamin. When you take too much, it just gets wasted. So I was talking earlier about the sweet spot. This is kind of what I'm talking about. That's why we start low, because we don't want somebody to miss that sweet spot, take too much when they didn't need that much to get the same or even better results. So please keep that in mind. Low, slow, find that sweet spot. Find that spot that you just feel like, I've had it explained to me. You're in a cold, blustery, windy day. You have a short sleeve shirt on and you put a nice, big, heavy sweatshirt on. It's just the feeling that you get over your body. It's just a calming, oh, that's much better type feeling. And that's kind of the way we've explained it to people, and the light goes on, okay? The other thing that we've heard and we've tried and we've told people about is that CBD can help on a bad THC trip. So the majority of smokers out there know somebody that's eaten a huge edible and, started slow, got a little bite, maybe an eighth of it. 20 minutes later, this isn't doing anything, and they eat the whole thing. And 45 minutes later, they're wishing they were dead, or they were wishing they were asking for an ambulance to come take them to the hospital. Listen, people, the hospital will not do anything for you. CBD can. So even if you took a 1-to-1, it can help off balance that, or help fight the bad trip that you're experiencing and calm you down. Exactly what it's supposed to do. All right? And then also CBD, you can get used to it. Your body gets used to it. You need a little more, a little more. There's a way to reset your receptors. So we have these CBD receptors in our body and our brains. And if you stop taking CBD for 3 to 5, and this works for THC as well, if you stop taking it for 3 to 5 days, they've shown that your receptors will be reset and you will gain back the efficacy of your dosage. So you can start back up after the 3 to 5 days and start back up on probably the original dose you started on, and you will get those same effects back. So something to think about. All right, I hope this helps. Like I said, I had the 30-year grower we were talking, and he had no clue what CBD was. And hopefully we can help educate people, even educated people. And, CBD, it works wonders. You will be amazed. And stay tuned. We're going to have more coming out with CBD. We'll have updates, more success stories as they arise. And I'm going to knock these dogs out. And we'll end this video right now. Thanks for joining.
Struggling, yeah.